When we look at flow drills, we're looking to develop rhythm in ourselves first so that we can find the rhythm in our partner and we can decide how we're going to go about applying our techniques. Okay? Technique is always valid, it's just a matter of how you're going to do it. So when we look at the basic Sumbrata drill, what I'm learning also is the motion, how to flow my block to my strike. I want to make sure my block goes nice and high over my head and my sunrise strike cuts all the way through. Because if I do an umbrella block too low, that's underneath my head, I'm going to get hit. If I strike and I don't follow through enough, well then it's just a little tap and it doesn't really mean anything. So I'm flowing between my partner, I'm flowing within myself. Technically, I'm flowing in a more, I don't know, poetic way, trying to figure out rhythm. And then in general, flowing is supposed to be a speed or a pace or a difficulty that's middle to both of us, me and my partner. Because too easy, too compliant, too relaxed, you're not really engaging enough. So you're not really learning anything. But then too hard, too fast, too stressful, it's going to break us down and we won't be able to learn anything because we're like in survival mode. So finding that flow state gives us the ability to get our reps in without stopping. We both get the practice. Okay? We both get the gist of the movement. But if we were going traditional feeder receiver, I have to move at a speed that I know my partner can move at. Okay? And so whenever I decide to feed him, I can move in different ways and he has to follow me. Right? And he just has to react. But if I go too fast, too difficult, then I'm flowing, but he's not. So flowing is a partnership, it's a cooperation. It's the best way to get the majority amount of reps in a short amount of time, or let's say like in an hour's worth of class. Okay? When we look at that the same way in the pairing drill, right? We're just going nice and smooth. So I take one, I give one. I want to make sure that in this pairing itself, I'm flowing from defense to offense. When I throw this away, or when I guide it away rather, I'm giving him a strike back so that he has to use his safety hand and this can't come back up. So I don't just want to slap it down because it's just going to pop up and hit me. I want to guide it away, and of course I'm twisting my shoulders, avoiding it, putting my shoulders and hips to create the angle. Otherwise it comes down and hits my lower half. Okay? And of course good striking mechanics, I use my shoulders and hips to strike back. Right? So this is just the flow state of the pairing drill. My parry is strong because the parry I train on the mats is the one I'm going to use. But my strike is a good feeder strike. It's one that they can work with. Right? But then in true reality, I'll just tap it off, go offline, and then counter it with my angle 1, angle 2, whatever it might be. It shouldn't be able to be rebutted like that. But if I did it like that every single time, I'd probably hit him. I'd lose my training partner. And the amount of time it takes for us to reset, I'm going to get like 10 reps in. Okay? So I want to make sure that there's a time and place to test intensity, where it's just my side. But for the majority of the time when I'm trying to acquire technique, I'm trying to do it in a way that I can get the most out of it. Right? So the difference between refining and acquiring can be done on both ends. Refining is just one end. Right? Because if I were to do my techniques correctly, there shouldn't be a rebuttal on his end. He shouldn't have that much opportunity to beat me. Because then I'm lacking something. I'm lacking aggression, I'm lacking speed, maybe I'm lacking power even, right? So if I put all of those in, there will be no answer to it. And that would probably mean that I would have to hit him if I were to fall through all the way to the angle 1, right?